Okay, we got to talk about this basketball game last night, Louisville and Duke. But the guy breaking his leg, Kevin Ware breaking his leg.
Snapping it.
It's getting more attention than the game itself.
Well,
you know, Louisville
I think
won the
it was
game.
so graphic, and I've just never seen anything like it.
Well, how could it happen, this young man, sophomore? Dr. Jen Caudle is with us now. Doctor, thank you for coming in.
Good morning.
He's a sophomore, strong guy. You just don't see a leg snapping in half with a bone coming out through the skin at a basketball game.
Well, you know, I watched the video myself, and I have to say it was quite disturbing to watch and difficult to see. It seems like he broke his tibia, which is one of the bones in the lower leg. It's the bigger bone, and I have my skeleton here, as you can see. It's this little guy right here at the very bottom. This is actually one of the more common long bones that can be broken, and it really is important for injuries like the student had to go to surgery and to be treated right away, which is what happened.
So what did they do? I mean, right after the game, though, they get him into surgery. Why do they have to do it so fast, and what exactly did they do? Well,
in cases when you have an open wound, basically, if there's a break in the bone and the bone comes out of the skin, that's what we call an open wound. That actually is a surgical emergency, which means you have to get that patient right away to surgery to make sure there's no infection, to repair the nerves, the blood vessels, things like that. So reports say that he was whisked away to surgery to repair the damage, and also reports say that a rod was put in the bone to stabilize it and basically put it back together.
Does it have to be compromised before and then this happens, or can it just happen, you know what I mean? Like if it was already injured or sensitive in any way?
Sure, not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily have to have been a prior injured bone already. We know that these types of injuries often happen in times of high impact stress times, so sports, high impact trauma. So this is the type of scenario where you could see this type of injury.
So, but this guy, this young man has made that jump, that attempted block throughout his life. Did you see when he comes down on his foot, can you tell, did it look like he was at an odd angle or too much weight on it?
Well, you know, as a physician, as a family physician, I'm certainly not an athlete, but one thing I looked when I saw the jump, it looked like he made a jump and came down, and then you saw that injury, that impact. Again, these injuries can just happen, especially in times of high impact. So it's not necessarily to say that anything went wrong. Sometimes these things just happen.
Yeah. Doctor, thank you for that.
Sure.